Abronye we odidi nkwasi asem no wi on odi nkwasi asem no wi a na wa denim sa chenchena wonima chenchena odi nkwasi asem no wi a na wa denim sa chenchena na akotete into akoteta adwere nse emu bedwo because Ghana fo agimi into akoteta be 3 weeks 1 month no aba no asa betutu ntosio saa no asoroko right now emrane ni need and I don't expect any individual na adwere ye dwuma onim nyansa beka say respect the judge, respect the judge's decision. Am I want to be differ? Am I want to be a court? So I am buying the echichere. Remember, I am yanni to say, enkrama bi ni egum no obi aka na adwene. So let us respect the court. After all these things, now this is a story. Team, let's enter the wagon. Now, any stories near start here free ha. Communication ministry for the Asebia to I want to say communication ministry to seek cabinet approval for mandatory national ID verification to access pornographic websites. Yes, Sam George, any communication ministry, no? Omoko cabinet, akwaje approval. Say, one mote Ghana, moshe porno. A Pornhub, Moma Bombi. Mi refifi, say, me first, I'm young, no. Mo amoshe porno se sia mo de mo Ghana card be register ansa na mo hwe porno wo internet so eye me de pa asofo no mo hwe porno no ye be hu omu nyina se sia na Sam George se okọ cabinet any cabinet akokasa ko convince cabinet se omunjintum se wo Ghana nne na wo pese hwe porno asofo na magi porno ahwe afa no wo pese hwe porno so do Ghana card register. So be raw website him say me pese me ko hwe porno a o de Ghana card ko mo na ye register o ID ni etwa picture na dem say na be ya debi no iti ade we de me ni je ho asofo no mo hwe porno Ghana mo hwe porno pa asofo ufuru accountant ai civil servant for no chief directors no so civil servant enyumro be hu live band no mo hwe long sleeves na I say tie and die omo pe porno pa enti sanko for people no especially asofo no se no Sam George you say okofa ID card system aba so obeso hwe pono the same in America is obeso hwe pono e che do ID e che obi accounts and now the information shem se na be ya pono no etrawo na se be wo do tipem dan a pono ntina ama mesie tu hwe mitina akese ne pono ntina mitia akese na so hwe pono na the tissue da bu panyan na wo situ a na fe ambulance ne ba ye hu se oh ye kwa kofa eye de doctors enkroma ono na hwe pono ma ne sie tu enti pono hwe mesia pono na ma mesie tu enti ye no Sam George mo ko bo Sam George on na okaka nkwasasem enti mo amhwe pono no ye see no hia Ghana card no Ghana card no pono asofo na mo hwe pono no asofo no ena civil servant na government workers obu pepodo mo government computers am hwe pono no ye no ye the ID be ka ho at the end of the year ye be call system ni ma ko check Mr. Nkrumah pono Monday Mr. Nkrumah pono 2:30 wanko a meeting Mr. Nkrumah enti ye be check e wo mu nyina pono fo no in the year no ne ehu pono do a wo hwe wo government facility mu a ene ehu data wo use ye enkwase asem chief directors no obu pepono tu o from yes hello the telephone was ringing yes I am busy. There's no help on Obwa. Chief directors no. Obu pepono tu. Into from my yes. From Pama, who is calling me? So say, you know the man who said he was coming to clarify if his documents. Tell them I'm busy. Well, who again? Oh, Auntie Fatima, the woman from North. Yes, she said that the things that came, they wanted your signature. Is she with somebody? I said no, it's only her. I'm busy. You see, this morning I've been signing. Tell her to come Tuesday. Ponongwa, Mr. Nkrumah, Mr. Ajete. Mr. Oliver, Mr. Sanko from Nicholas, Brad Nicholas. Sanko for Nipono. They be an the bottom. No, me and Bema. Oh, Bibiaboko. They be table on Chino Nicholas for Nicholas Pono. And I said, Obama, I'm call for now. Ali. In time for from Alino, Pono. In time for from Alino. Pono, just our cassette or pono or deck, pono deck or cassette. Tama not more like Lou, polo no, or on the cassette videotape you know, all tunchini goes all tunchini. They need to because Alaji, Bawasaba, Porona, Abichina, pono deck na say, yan took cassette or no, a packet and what it lays after. Wo Ali, pono. So say, yes, a bind say, a permissioner, yet the I was so social puna. I was so Ghana card information shim and send a website in a Ghana buying it does not matter where you are. Inti any aka wa onye wa adwene say ube boano e say ana ye bechi mu nyina pono na ma musietu
the time I'm ship on me hoba na me se ti say me dey head wo na me se ne dey e 2 year ti pono dey me dey fo be meka say ye be fe be be meka say nye sam dey me wo kan no me dey me shade ya me shade na me kan me sha ma me me hu be hu pa me sha me ble ko so se me siatu pono na ma me siatu me siatu pono na ma me siatu ko so se me siatu pono na ma me siatu ko so se me siatu pono na ma me siatu ko so se me siatu pono na ma me siatu ko so se me siatu pono na ma me siatu.
Me won say Ghana for be church, is that a priority? It is a priority. It is a priority. I'm going to be sure. The effect that podo ewo nkwaraso, young people, no, you have no idea. So don't say this is not a priority. These are some of the things as a nation, and I'm not here to defend some judge. I will never defend some judge. But I want you to understand. Say about these kind of things, you might think it's nothing. But when you take your time to analyze the number of young people who have been introduced to these pornographic things in our system, their parents or the community, we have no idea. You'll be shocked. And you know, this porno thing, you might think, it's something people get addicted to the point whereby through porno now, I'm addicted. No, and you see, kids pick on, especially in senior high school or from junior high school, they pick on these things, and you might think, it has no effect. It has. It really does have effect on them. And as they get addicted to it, it brings in different kinds of character beer omopeke from this. And so people can say, what is this? Is not a priority. It is a priority. I'm telling you, about 90% of kids in Ghana, they are addicted to pornography because they have access to it. Now, if it becomes difficult for you to get access to it, it will deter a lot of people from trying to access pornography. That is all. Sebio eni time. So we need to be cautious before assembly C. This is a priority. It is important. You are the same people talking about family values bill. We need to make sure our children, we train them, we raise them up in a certain way where they are not addicted to some things that may affect you more in the future. And these are some of the things you need to start doing. There are some countries in this world, you cannot just access pornography. America, because you see, and internet, a child, the lock war, some phones, so some tablets, so because they need to protect the kids from that. These adult content, especially where I come from or where we come from in Ghana, if we don't take care, now measures to make sure, and Korano, we prevent them, we make it difficult. Obviously, there are going to be some kids who will find ways and means to still get access to pornography. That's fine. But you need to understand you need to make it difficult. You need to make it hard. You need to make people struggle to be able to get access to pornography. So this is basically to protect your kids. This is basically you, the parent, now we show and I'm a bano, the CID and your bano, what you do is support this because this is basically to protect your kid. It don't get away your priority. If your kid is not your priority, I don't know what is priority to you. So I believe that this is very important. And if Parliament passes, Cabinet approves this, I will support it. Even though the person taking it, I don't really trust him like that. But if Cabinet approves this, I will support it because, you see, at the end of the day, and yet, there are some things that are very mild, that are very dim. They are doing us a lot of harm. And these are things that we need to take our time and pay attention to. Your pono bebra is a same penny for. Your uncle for bebra pono ase omo Ghana. Obo ho na yira ware ontumi obakra na because they are too addicted to pono. Obo ha ejuma kro ontumi kopebi because they are too addicted to pono. Obo ha they have been incarcerated or they are in jail because pono idea no or they are kwa braboma sebio wako fa obi ma wako it causes a lot of things. And yet obia the tubisha no so at the sali. And you'll be able to be sure to go upon Kruma or Namnapono, a hard drive shed to now or share go for them. No, and you'll be able to self control. No, Obo had your behuno or to me control, not a cody bonnet, not a cofa sama bro. Ebia woba and obi disabled. So these are very important things. Oba brofuru kroma yemfa ni agro. They protect their kids. Inti mo addicted to ponono. I'm telling you, do not think say way. No, this is to protect the young people, especially in Kwabufri. In fact, right now I go as low as P6 now pono. Because what is going to restrict a kid who is 9 years from watching porn? Say if that kid gets access to a laptop, a phone, or anything that can basically go on or have internet or access the internet, then I best stop a from watching porno. That is the thing. So this is very important. Yenim asofo a porno ase o maware omnam Ghana. Yenim MPs a porno ase o maware Ghana MPs bebrebe obekọ no. Oh, I'll be back 2 hours. I want to go and read the document. Obua or she parliament house porno from anajo 9. Ya pon go fie or so onko. Kojo pon kuma to can I need to look at some documents. Obua porno no show no hwe. Ko parliament bebre porno nko pornolization. Debiano, I say, Oma to get to Kakra, Oma Dimolite, Pono, busy for nothing. Okojina Parliament on Kasa. Yakaso, today we are going to agenda. Okay. Yeah, Dimika Podo, Yenimbebre, Podolization. And this is very, very important. Mama, Yama, Yeni Enko. Now, I am PCB. Speaker Bekasano. So today we want to agenda. Yes. Obikura to Parliament, no Podo. The moment a speaker because say we are journalists, or penentem no sanin krata or go pono or no or pono bia kojo ponkro pono bia or pono bia bi enkrama da krobehwe on the chere yanka say p ewe nim kojo ponkro until we need to be serious about this. All right, now and I sorry and say Aponchin a friend Abronye. Accra High Court dismisses Abronye's application seeking to vary his bail conditions. Now, remand him into police custody until he deposits his passport with the court registry. And they are sorry, they say, Abronye, court say the passport, the first case, no. Na nyoma eka ho a yese onfambra na yema ne bill no na ne passport kan ho also odeba na yegeto ho na yema ne bill na Abronye anye enti ende oba court no na judge ne say ye be ma bill no first one no ye ka say for passport bra na engine to ho se na be ya hia umre bia ana wontumi ntu kwan abra sebio wa asem ne da ho koso adenti na wanfamba Abronye say no passport no de akoma embassy bi o ko school abrochire ko hwe no ho yare enti na judge ne say bo the law is the law. Enti baby a passport ni wo bia no ubeshem passport ni beka yensa na you. And I don't think anybody will sit obi an adwene ye adwuma onim nyansa beka say judge ne tiamra. I don't see anywhere judge ne betiamra. And you these politicians who sometimes you just come out and say anything. Oh, people are using a bail condition as a dance because the judge is working within the law. So we MPP ni begina bonte beka say ai judge ne tan Abronye and him fa na judge ne tan Abronye ya mawo emra di so na kofie na bra court sam ran we ndi so okoduru court ya say o passport no here o say ai ono Abronye no o say ono obeso o school abrochire kwasia o say ono no judge no me yare intime passport no me ya koma embassy bia me kwaji visa abuofu no o kwaji visa dwane Abronye we odidi nkwasi asem no wi odi nkwasi asem no wi a na wa denim sa chenchena woni ma chenchena odi nkwasi asem no wi a na wa denim sa chenchena na wa kwotete into kwoteta na adwere nse emu bedwo because Ghana fo agimi de oye ne se obedi nkwasi asem no wi otutwa ntroto nkofo so a owi a na kwotete sa chenchena into teta be 3 weeks 1 month no aba no asabe tutu ntosio sa no asoroko right now emran ni di and I don't expect any individual and say this one the court is being hard on Abronye because technically time and Abronye dem first time no nan can see because he did not provide a passport and from that time no nan go say Abronye dem till now because the conditions are account bill no and they say provide your passport get sureties and blah 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 and then I want person the passport in my court no. Meaning, Abronye does not respect the court. Abronye bu court for no. At the end of the day, what did the judge in Yatem know? He is still disrespecting the court. The man be peer court and they say, Okodi the judge in Yatem. okodi di judge atem okokan some to judge so or sa kodi court na or sa disrespect the court no if the judge sitting there no Abronye mbu no it is akwa the nim sa chenchena we enkwasiade a oya no and you see I keep telling the MPP sa nyoma we na mu defend no and the bema mo power bana ayedin wan hwe betra 42 years no the MPP no my imagine say enkwasiade bi on be defend it enkwasiade bi on be support it. So you get a fool like Afenyo Markin. Obi ko din kwasi asem kra na e chena. So MPP ni it does not work like that. Ghana no enye je ekufo Ghana ni biemu. People are now rational. People are now asking questions and demanding reasonable answers. It wa junior will say, yeah MPP for nko ade. Obi Jimmy o say ko di de chia. It pulls with your closeness to power na e chi ko chire. Because what happens in say afa obi abe hu se munimu nyansa mo Jimmy he. Small girl here na say chi na omo releasing na me expect to say omo koyi girl ni free jail hodomo no I am a girl ni bail no I was expecting them to come out and say you this girl your actions were wrong adia we no it is bad we are telling you as a political party today yaba abe save you. We want to say this on TV to every single young man young woman in Ghana say sadie we omusua na Sebio police chioma we as a political party yebumra and edimra so until we are not going to come out and come demonstrate or fight for your release. Sanka MPP do muni munyansa but what did they do? Omo de abayo an hu fia na ho kankan sa akọ share dem ne ko dae and omo so go kumase. You see, so right now you could see the party nyansa nim because that small girl we ade oye akọ jail no I send a record on to me bra papa bia bi wona bra boma obeka sase bodanfo no what you were supposed to do dey na munya de bail ma akora no na ma press conference na mama akora de can say you ade ya ma wende ya because we want to send a message to the young people out there omokasama ye ne MPP for sebi ohwe bra wo bra passport kura wo ni bi enti e pese kan wani mo TV so ma obi ehu say ade ya they send a message akwa abonten ma Ghana for nkwara nyina ehu say you cannot sit on TikTok and say the things you said because ya chiwa ubedem but what did they do sa ba you akwhye jailer onware ya ne ho kankan e no maso no tika mu instead of them to advise these young ones now they are making this girl look like say onimunyansa and that is the problem I have with the MPP akoya na fono say chale asi okoyi girlie na me just onimunyansa kakra we jimie because you see the party they have no principles again say obi jimi ni akoyi no obi jimi there are people who genuinely sometimes they do things for party you can genuinely see say where they are intentional but you see when that same person does something again, not close to what he did, then you start to ask yourself questions. But what the MPP does and say, Obi kodinko yasamania ko ino wako chiaba umia. Obi Jimmy, okaso beku president ne yirepe na ba umia ko chiano no wako hage ba umia. Obi bakika nkwase sempe na ba omi ase yenko yi no na when you do this what happens in the say ema obia onim nyansa bia hu se mu agimi it's a party that is basically supporting this kind of life and to me fa nipa foforo bia meka party no ho it me my advice to the party is say omo agimi to the point say right now no they support riffraffs out of pain. They cannot get out of election defeat, you know. It's Jimini Biakasani China, ya MPP ni ya koyinu. No, you don't do that. That is not what party does. Party need to be strategic about the kind of people who basically communicate for them. Hey, MPP. So with this NDC, with this nobody's going to come pick you up. Yeah. The NDC will only come after assessing the situation. No. Anytime they pay NDC for us, no. Me MPP ni by any chain. The NPP, the NDC, they will sit. They will analyze your actions and then ask themselves questions before they come out to say, Omba Bebelu. But you see, MPP, no man say, Nyai, Obi and Jimmy. The moment Okasatia Mahamo, Didi Mahama, Tamunkwa, the Yankofano, none of your communicators can compare themselves to me as an MPP member. No. I have money to hire lawyers. That is why when I sit on TV or radio, I use facts to speak. Me pose a question to Samira. I have my facts. I never sit here and say things without my facts. It is how a young person will say, the MPP is becoming unattractive more Jimmy. And I'm going to TikTok, any Facebook. Monkwaya Omugusi, a dear message pa no mo send ya magana. Monkwara good TikTok. Hey, you buy a bechi basinteli. Hey, you buy a bechi samijen. Anyway, we need power. I'm telling you. Hey, share the table will 10. Me so Chinese restaurant da. Oh, tomorrow is pregnant. Tomorrow can have miscarriage today. You know that. Tomorrow that is pregnant, it can have miscarriage today. Jimmy, instead of you people, party executives, Jimmy, you cannot even sit and let people understand. So we are a young man, we are a young man, make sure you stay within the law. But moko yin going for every sales. Now must I encourage you, monko, and this time. You see, most of these people will be ex-convicts before 42 years of member power. You are so stupid. And Akwawe, Saudi Arabia said we're seeking asylum with different countries. Inti, or 7 countries are we seeking asylum. Abronye. It's in Koji passport now. Okwa no siki, no siki. Inti Ajana no kwasha, and no ye. When we say MPP ne entry for to me ma. When we say in Penifrom department no Jimmy, into siki asylum with different countries. It's right now the oye and say, or the passport car also, I'm a refugee, give me asylum. Or cause I'm a refugee. Ain't the oil and into a Vienna code in second passport and also me call UK aba. Or copper, Okochino, Sweden. Oh, Okochino, Belgium. Sanana Aqua, Pesoye. They don't want to live here again. Almost MPP no more Jimmy, and they are fooling the young ones. Now, my man, another story. Another story, Sunye. Accra High Court set July 3 or 3rd July to deliver judgment in Chairman Wontumi's Samra Boy concession case. You see, Accra High Court said on the 3rd of July, and a judgment, Chairman Wontumi judgment, judge, Edebeba. And I would like to say this. We should not prejudge cases in court. As some way start here, Chairman Wontumi the witnesses aba. Attorney General so abe any case. You and I, we have all followed the case. Stories are omo lawyers babontinia omoka. Any day Attorney General so APF quarter oka. At this point, I believe say we should allow the court to work. I will not sit here and prejudge any case because at the end of the day, there is a judge what's that case we swear or court the judgment at the aba. Whatever reservations or whatever I think, it should be in my head. Because I cannot sit here and prejudge. I cannot be prejudicial about the case. The judge has about a month to write the judgment. So the young people on TV and radio, every opportunity. Now, judge case. Chairman Wontumi was given the right to hire lawyers. He was given the right to get his facts. He was also given the right to bring in his witnesses. In fact, or the enough witnesses by Bekan Asemano. The Attorney General had every right to also interrogate the witnesses. Attorney General had every right to also put his evidence across. So they have all made their case. And I will advise the young people around, Ghana for more Ghana, Nemo Amuni Ghana. Let us allow the judge to bring his judgment. After the judgment, we can speak on it. I believe such Chairman Wontumi as a Ghanaian, he was given every support by the state to speak. Because you see, Obia and Chairman Wontumi, the Kasabwa shed in Niyim, and Chairman Wontumi from nowhere. We jina baby da anka say abino sebio eman kwan eman nkyere na adwene eman witnesses in kasa. There was never a day at Chairman Wontumi lawyer can say the witness we buy and a court na ampene. And the Attorney General also, there was never a day or the document Chairman Wontumi lawyers go through almost a document with you or find the baller. So you can see say case occurs smoothly. Now let us allow the judge to write his judgment. Uwa bibia can let it stay in your head. Memetiye mintina and judges our case because the course of court in Yanamini judge in our school, judge in the nim and seven the end no cre and the end no cre. When they were cross-examining Chairman Wontumi and then the witnesses, na me no wuni judge in the nyabutre etie extra everything. It is up to the judge to write his final judgment to prove to Ghana for say asamno Wontumi di for ana on di for no. It lies with the judge. So I wouldn't advise anybody. Our platform to send me and answer what radio, so TV, so whatever, to sit and say, a case, this is, I believe, no, don't do that. Wrong. Court to crab it macho. It is very dangerous. Court to crab it macho. Let us allow the judge to do his job. Or na yedi to me asha den sa. Or na eti court. Or na eti asemi from day one abesin. Let us allow this judge to write his judgment. Or Charlie judgment we near a reservation be about a judgment. You'll be a best about a judgment. That one we have the right to do it. But for now, I'm not going to sit here, use my platform to go and judge the case or prejudge the case. I'll judge in the country or 1 month to write. 3rd July the and what? And I would like to tell Chairman Wontumi and any team, no, they should also move away from going out there creating some impression, which is say, the judge in the court, nobody knows what the judge is going to write. And I also advise the other part. Everybody should basically respect the court, respect the judge, respect the judge's decision. Ebara Chairman Wontumi difa, Chairman Wontumi eko, Ebara Chairman Wontumi dibema. The Chairman Wontumi has the right to do what? To appeal. So buying the echichire. Mema to say enkrama bi ne egum na obi aka na adwene. So let us respect the court. Let us respect the judge. Let us respect the process. Technically, case way and end a judge na ekonya botre akotro the judgment. Oba ye be read judgment ni nyina. Ye be check the judgment ni nyina mu. So I also plead with Ghanaians. Yes, Ramo. Me also mesra me ho. We should all stay away from trying to judge the case. Abra, there's a judge who is writing the judgment. We beg you. Because the person on my way, ye nyina eti ase se emra ene ye de chichire man no. Chairman Wontumi obian jail no. Chairman Wontumi obian case the so be ko jail. Chairman Wontumi aka the case or court. Attorney General making the case. Chairman Wontumi making the case. Ye njama judge and trying judgment. And me sure say Chairman Wontumi has raised any issues on person judgment in Bebaso. Inti, let us not try to interfere. Let us not try to prejudge. Ocho bibi on Facebook, be careful. Ocho bibi or Twitter, or X, be careful. Or make a comment to be TV so radio so about this case. Yeah, true judgment, be careful because assembly obetuma the jail. One more mokasa bebre we jail judge whoever is going to whatever is going to come out. Intimacy ramo. Momme enjoy case na judge no entro the judgment. Obe read ya, then we can take it from there. All right. Medem yesuma for. Yesuma for. Yasuma me and yasumi be chichirim. All right. Okay, there's also another case. Oh goodness. Yes. So many people want to be like me, and it's always refreshing when I have about 8 minutes to start the show officially. So many people want to be like me, and then it's refreshing to know that there are so many people who are trying to do what I do, and I thank God for making me the standard. I really appreciate God for guiding me, giving me a humble heart, giving me all the wisdom to be able to speak, at least for people to listen. Not everybody speaks, and I know for me to have that privilege to be here every day on my platform, because this platform will be to me baby. And for people to use me as their standard, for people to be like me, that alone is enough for me as a young man who has a very beautiful wife and a beautiful family. Every time, it encourages me, it gives me more confidence to be on TV, to be on, because there are a lot of people who wake up every morning like, gee, Kevin Taylor, we minyana kametisono. Why are people not listening to me? Why I said, I can't be like him. I don't have the humor part. Because the humor part to me friend was, hey, me take evidence who is so so it's God. It's this thing you need to be gifted. It's nyankopon amfamawa. You can scream, you can back, you can try and force yourself on the people for them to listen to you, but the people will see through you that you are not organic, you are not natural, you are not genuine. And as you can see, there are people watching me about 6,000 miles away. They still feel my presence where they are because they understand the motive and the genuineness on this platform, or that comes with me. Inti, I would like to say I really appreciate every single person who has been my follower for a long time and still watch me. There are so many people in Europe, in America, in Asia. People are going through a lot around the world. In Ghana, there are so many people going through problems tonight. In Seattle, but that person is saying, at this point, let me just watch Kevin and see. That's what gives me that confidence and belief. It might be difficult tonight. It might be very tough. There's somebody watching me tonight thinking, say, BBA say, or he or she is thinking of even committing suicide. Trust me, I've been there before. We have all been there before. And that situation is temporal. The fact to say, we were school with here for a long time, NCC somehow does not mean you are not somebody that can change the world. It takes just a spark. It takes just a statement. It takes just a step to realize that the world was built for you to make a change. So sometimes we lose a lot of focus. Sometimes we believe the kind of things we see, materialistic things we see, where we see people doing well. There are so many people you see doing well, but deep down you are doing better than them because you have that belief in yourself that definitely you're going to succeed. And that is the most important thing. Believe and trust in yourself, and then it will be properly. So it is not just, if you want to do what I'm doing, sometimes some people watch me, some young people watch me and they think, oh, Kevin, it's easy. He comes, he speaks. No. Just take a step back and go check how I started before I got here. Right now, I run a TV station that is my own TV station without any advertisement. I can put anybody I want to put on my TV without taking a dime. When I started my production, it wasn't like that. I never even thought I'll get to that point. I ran my own radio. I ran my own platform. If I want to make money with this platform, I can make millions than any person on social media today. I'll say they talk about politics or entertainment. I am versatile. I can do anything. But you see, it is everything. You need to put work in it. Every single thing you do, you need to put work. And you see, if you fail to put work in it, it is not going to come easily. And if you think, say, things come easy, no. When I started, with all due respect, picking the name was very tough. In fact, not tough. I was living in New York with my wife. That time, and we were sitting in our couch, futon couch. It wasn't even a couch. That was when we started our life from Queens, Astoria. And then we were thinking about the name of my show. This is way back. And then it just popped up. A Loud Silence Media. And my wife said, this is nice. I think it's basically two sides meeting, loud and silence. So I picked it. Right? When I picked it, in fact, when I started with my wife in New York, we used to live in a one-bedroom apartment. And when I say a one-bedroom apartment, so many people in New York, they know. So what happens is, I used to work at Delta. Then my wife also used to work with Time Magazine before she went to Washington Post and came to New York Times. And then, so what happens, the same living room, I have to put, one of these days I'll share pictures with you people. I have to set up my camera, my green screen, and do my show. And you see, my show started as a satire. And it started as politics with a little bit of comedy mixed with it, because I didn't know how Ghanaians were going to take a young man trying to speak on issues. You get it? So when I started, it was basically satire. I'm talking about politics, but I'm trying to make it funny. And as time went on, I studied the Ghanaian mood. I realized that we are very difficult people, and we are people who need constant attention. Let me put it that way. We needed constant remembrance. We needed to be pricked every time. So along the way, I realized that Ghanaians did not even understand satire. They didn't. Lots and lots of Ghanaians did not understand what making joke out of something. Ghanaians did not understand. So as time went on, Mr. P, Mr. S, team, are we good? I'm getting information. Our sound is low. Team, check for me. So, oh man, I have 1 minute. So, when I started with satire, I was doing it, politics calmly, nicely. But I realized that communicating with Ghanaians needed more than just coming in and trying to add a little bit of humor and using the humor to speak politics. Let me say it that way. So I was trying to use humor to pass on my message, which was politics. It was tough because Ghanaians didn't understand. Ghanaians don't know what soft joke is, what hard joke is. Ghanaians are very complex people. When it comes to joke, people don't want you to joke about anything. People are looking at age. They are looking at people's pedigree. They are looking at status. So they don't really take jokes easily. So along the way, I revised it and I said, okay, I'm going to go a little bit more diplomatic, meaning I was going to go a little bit more of, a subtle, a little hard-hitting to see how Ghanaians will react. So I started going with a white shirt. Then slowly, I realized that Ghanaians were listening to me, but most of them were lost because I came in speaking English, nice boy, froye, my name is shirt, my bobo, I have a pen. I speak grammar, great. I go away. I realized that the attention was there. People were watching me. But at a point, I realized that people were not really getting the message. That was one, because where I wanted the message to get to was so deep, was so far. I could not reach the real people. When I say the real people, I'm talking about Ghana for Omankasa person mutia asemono edisesa mabrabo. There are so many fake people in Ghana, and most of the fake people speak English. So at a point, I was like, no. Now, I'm doing mid-tempo hits. That means I was being hard, but not being really hard. So I got a lot of people. That was the time Kojo Ponkroma set up some small bloggers to come after me. I got a lot of them attacking me because that was the first time I spoke on NPP being a tribalistic party. So they got the Insight newspaper to write a whole article putting my face on the newspaper to say Kevin Taylor throws tribal bombs into Ghana. Do you remember? I wish I could find. Besides, I know that paper is there. Ken Crunchy. So Ken Crunchy came and wrote a whole article, put me on the front page. NPP Ken Crunchy, that Kevin Taylor, a small boy in America, is throwing tribal bombs into Ghana and that is going to cause chaos and all that. That was the time Ghanaian young people got to know that no. The word is supposed to be spoken raw for us to understand what is really going on. Because almost Soranopa, most of Ghana for almost Soranopa, all that they were hearing was Kukuruku, all that they were hearing was news file, all that was here. So they did not really understand what was going on. Because some people come on TV, radio, they have their own language they speak, they come with their friends, and then they speak it and they walk. You see, so the message was on top of the whole system, but the message never sank. And those who were able to sing the message were using tribal tones to sing the message. So some local radio station, Akan radio station, took advantage of the language and they were also backing their message with tribe. So those who don't understand the English language, they left the English language to go. And those who were basically the locals that we were supposed to communicate with them for the message to go down, then almost one of the message in equal form. So those guys too were adding a lot of tribal sentiments to the message. So I weighed the system. And I said, no, there needs to be a level ground, a middle ground that will cut across. I'm showing you, and I'm doing this to the young, to let the young people understand. I've been doing this over, Loud Silence Media was registered in 2012. Do the maths. When I registered my company in Ghana, it was registered 2012. That was when Loud Silence Media was registered. And I know most of you guys on TikTok and Facebook, 2012, my dear friend, registration of a company. And all along, my wife was behind me. So, the same time I was doing documentaries. I did a few documentaries. I'm the first person to do gay documentaries in Ghana, documentaries on gays. In 2013-14, my first documentary that I did and sold to the Times magazine, at that point, now there were about 60,000 gays in Ghana. That was 2013. There were about 60,000 gays. And those guys I did a documentary on right now, they live in America. They here because they seek asylum and they are in America now. Around 2013, there were about 60,000 gays. So more and more gay assembly, you don't even understand what's going on, how these things. So I realized that there was supposed to be a middle ground there, right? So I told myself one day, I'm going to penetrate. Because you see, when you come on TV, you wear nice shirts, you speak. I'm not a very good looking guy. And then I wouldn't say I'm so smart and I speak some very nice English. No. I try my best to speak English. Sometimes my kids are like, Dad, it's not pronounced this way. It's not, because me, I'm not an Englishman. I wasn't born white. Whatever English I'm speaking is what I learned in school. And there's one thing I have done all my life. I have tried not to force myself to speak like the white man. No. And that's one thing my wife likes about me. I try to keep my accent because that is the only thing I have as an American, a Ghanaian living in America. My accent is the only thing I have. So I don't try to speak like a white man. I try to slang. I don't do that because it takes my identity away. So no matter how long, sometimes my kids, they laugh at me about some things because I pronounce some words in a different way, and they like, Dad, it's not. I'm like, this is Ghana, and they say, Dad, this is not Ghana. I'm like, bogus, this is Ghana. So I have my own Ghana way, and I keep to it. I stick to it because I want to keep that. I don't want to force myself to sound like somebody or to behave like somebody. No. So when I decided to come in, there were so many attacks on me, and I'm talking about the bloggers and all those MPP people, because this is a young guy. This is a guy who's wearing some white shirt, and for your information, I'm not a kid. I need to let people know. The General Secretary of the MPP, I'm older than him. I'm older than Anabi. I'm older than Samuel Abujinapo. I'm older than all those Abronye. I'm older than Abronye. I'm not a kid. So sometimes you people, most of you should understand. Make sure me hustle to get to this point. So I decided to hit hard. I decided to go in. Now, how am I going to do it? I need to hold the bull by the horn. I should be able to say it. I should be able to say it and explain it. Now, how do you do it? You have to come in with the facts. Because Ghana Ekrubia, when you even tell Obia when you say, what do you mean? It's an insult. When you tell Obia when you say, why are you acting this way? It's an insult. Okachi when you say, the way you acted was very childish. It's an insult. So Ghana is a place or a country where every single statement you make against Obia Obiano, he will convert it and turn it into an insult. So it was a very slippery ground, very slippery, sloppy place for me to go in there. But I told myself that somebody's got to do it. I was say Obiye Bibi. Somebody has to break that jinx. Somebody has to go in pretending to be very crazy, pretending to be disrespectful, because that is the only way we can get the truth out of the people. Because for a long time, young people in Ghana, they have been suppressed with age. You are not even allowed to express yourself. Because now we are there. Oh, Eja, we there. I say, Obetina station haka ni mano. Me unsa ohro unse go. Hey, uti pen me. Men kasa sanchire me. But the kid was trying to tell Pejini, he said, baby, abejina o Johnson, yen Johnson. Hey, but bone boy as Abronye with this saying. That's the thing. That is Ghana. And if you think Korabrem, you can't obia bibia shediyem. So you cannot even look in the face of Obia Wamane Juma. Na when to man ye Juma no. Now what's that say? He's being silly. He's being stupid. Because we gave you money. We are paying you salaries. We are giving you the perks, accommodation, allowances. Say ye Juma we. Now yeah the man now ye Juma na. Then you see us as stupid. So we need to react. So when it started, it was like Kevin Muadie. I'm a grown man. I'm a family man. You get what I mean? So that was the message. But I told myself, no, I was going to still do this. I was going to expose people hiding behind age to lie to Ghanaians. And that was the breaking point where people, basically, the MPP at a point, they wrote a letter to my wife's company, a whole political party. That was when Boabian Samoa was their general secretary. He wrote, they said they were writing a letter to New York Times because my company, my wife is a shareholder. So that is how low the MPP came. a whole political party, Everton, so amateur letter. Amateur letter, the letter ne New York Times, pama me yirimfre jumem. Why? Because I said that the NPP government is full of idiots. They were not ready to work. So they had a press conference. I didn't mind. I was still working because I knew my target. I knew what I was doing. I wanted to change the face of our politics. I would discuss on radio and on TV. I wanted the ordinary Ghanaian, the young Ghanaian, to understand that they can speak their mind without anybody intimidating them. So I kept going. It wasn't easy. The first episode of my MPP for a press conference was titled The 99 Fools. Yeah. So they wrote a letter, somebody called New York Times, there and there. Oh, my Jimmy, so I don't even want to go in there. Then we kept going. Then I started getting a lot of attacks, you know. And the whole thing is like, boy, no, did you attempt? Fine, that's fine. That is your opinion. Because to me, if somebody sees me and tells me, Kevin, you are being very silly, I don't see it as an insult because I've not done anything for it to deserve somebody who is silly. So I don't care. If you call me foolish, if you call me stupid, it will depend my action. And the bet says I am foolish or I am stupid. So when you call me a stupid guy, a foolish guy, if I don't see myself as stupid or my actions does not call me stupid, then when you tell me I'm stupid for 500 years, I wouldn't care because I'm not stupid. I wouldn't take it. Now, what went on was that the NPP now changed gears. And they started hiring these uneducated bloggers, Grassophobia, go and tackle him, go and tackle. So at a point, and that's why I keep telling the young people, you get to understand this job. You know, in the past, I used to take on people. I used to react to people. And it was taking my attention from the job I had to do. My job was to educate the young Ghanaian, the old Ghanaian, for them to understand that they have the right to know what is going on. But you see, that time, not many experiences. So any fool, it's kept on going. And then you realize the so-called political insect started targeting me. Because they realized I was taking that space now on. I was taking the space away from them. Well, now there's this young guy called Kevin Taylor. He's criticizing everybody. And he's criticizing with facts. Every time he comes, he holds a document. Then he exposes the document. He throws it out into the system. Now, school boys, school girls, tertiary institution, university boys, girls, everybody has access to documents. But in the past, na kukuba kunkwane kuta document. Na isa nkwane speak to the document. A political class nkwana ekasa with documents. So the issue is, why is Kevin giving us the document? It is not normal in Ghana. Why is Kevin giving out the document? That was their problem. So they all started using their small boys and girls on Facebook, on radio. The agenda was that now let him feel the space, the heat, by telling him so umwadie, because it's Ghana. They wanted to dip me in that thing whereby akwaran to me bonajene, out to me chenajene. So the strategy was that monkas umwadie, monkas were deep in atem, monkas. So they started that. Into obia menyini channel, obia mabobra channel. Because they may on tears and they say, Kevin, small boy. I'm like, it's fine. You have your own mind. So they started setting people out to come after me. That was when the PDS scandal. And I would like to credit the Herald newspaper, Larry Dugbe. I collaborated with him so much because I wasn't in Ghana. And there were some few things that I needed clarification, follow some documents, share documents with him. You know, so with PDS scandal, no, and I think before that I had done a lot of scandals, you know. PDS scandal, no, I worked with Larry Dugbe on the Herald newspaper, on PDS. In fact, I'll never take all the credit for PDS because he did a lot of job, a lot of work. We sometimes stay on phone to like 3-4 a.m. Ghana time. From there, I had time there 8 p.m. and he will be on phone. We go through documents, read everything. Now, if I have documents, I share with him like this. Let's clarify, you know. So he helped. So that's why I always give him credit for that. So we came out with PDS. That is the biggest one. I think there were one CBR. Yeah, one CBR. PDS buyer. So it was also a big deal. I don't know, there were some other scandals I made in Kenya.
The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. You know it, I know it.